Hello. All right, and we are here. So it's going to be in the pre-match right now. And welcome to the Gold Cap Games. This is week 1. You saw yesterday vid casting about for GSM, Return to Middle 6, and then Lancenet. And today we got here ourselves. On the blue side, Glacial Omen on the red side, Get Money Boys. Alongside me is Duelios.
Yep, and just to introduce the teams real quick, we can go through the rosters one by one. In the top lane for Glacial Omen, hold on, here is an invade. Yeah, that is one dead Lulu. Great flash from L Big Daddy. Did not. A lot of Pike players will think that you can Q flash, but you cannot Q flash on the champion. So great job getting Starling. There's a small window of reaction speed that Starling could have flashed there, but it was coming out of Fog of War. So yeah, got to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yep, and you said you wanted to go ahead and go to introductions. Do you want to go ahead and introduce our Glacial Omen?
Yes, of course. In the top lane for Glacial Omen, we have Zero Zen RL playing Camille. In the jungle, piloting Nocturne is the Slim Chungus. In the mid lane, we have Ishan and Galio. In the bot lane, we have Crazy Movin' and Starling as Kog'Maw Lulu bot lane.
Well, on the side of Get Money Boys, we have Emerus on the playing Poppy on the top side, Creativity Yacht playing Set in the top lane, Lord Zoten playing Xerath in the mid lane, and for our bot lane we have Marco Flavel and El Big Daddy playing Pike and Tyson.
And we do see the return this season of Get Money Boys. Last time we saw them in the spring, I believe they either got the playoffs, got knocked off in the first round, or did not make playoffs at all. But either way, they did not make it super far in the tournament as soon, if I remember correctly, but it's nice to see them back. They have not made any roster changes, it looks like. So same roster, they're going to have all that synergy ready. And coming into the matchup against one of our newer teams in GRLCS, Glacial Omen.
You are correct about you're correct about Get Money Boys, but I don't believe, but they were either eliminated pretty quickly in terms of finals, or they just did not make it there. Regardless, I still think they're our team, and I am quite favoring the Xerath matchup we have right here. I am Xerath.
Yeah, we see some light trading here. The taunt's going to land right here. Lord Zoten going to take quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Slim Chungus forced the flash away as Creativity Yacht goes for the aggressive invade, piloting the phase rush set jungle.
Yeah, phase rush set jungle. It's an interesting one, but it has a similar things that you might want to see. Oh, Emerus going in for Zero Zen. Not going to be able to pull off the kill, but we're getting really close there.
Yeah, might dive soon if not careful, but Starling going to get bone skewered. Just some light poke there. They know they have the help of their jungler, and here might go the second kill. Oh man, that is quite the outplay. Zero Zen RL picks up the kill on Emery's after he takes one too many turret shots.
Okay, I think I'm actually back on stream now. Hopefully. Let me pull up the screen share once again. Mark, you or Darren, you here?
Yeah, I'm good to go when you are.
Alright, cool. We're already on the stream, so I managed to pause it whenever I did see my power turned off, so that's thankful. I'm surprised that my computer didn't turn off because all my lights and my internet resetted, but alright, so let's just jump right back into the game. This is like right after we saw, or this is very soon for the outplay.
Yeah, so right there, the solo kill from Zero Zen. I wish we could replay that, honestly, play in slow-mo, because that was a very opportunistic outplay by Zero Zen RL. Here, again, some light trading, but Lord Zoten just goes low. You said that this matchup favors Zer, but we'll talk about that right after this gang creativity. Yacht going to flash in, not going to finish him off. Here comes Ishin going back in, but he might be able to turn this one around. Takes creativity Yacht low, and that's definitely going to help Slim Chungus in the jungle matchup.
Yeah, and let me correct myself there. I don't necessarily favor Xerath into this matchup against Galio. Just because how strong Galio is in terms of trading whenever he gets close enough for Xerath. But I do favor that he is playing Xerath in general, and just a champion I prefer.
Ooh, Marco Flavo takes a turret shot. He's going to be forced to back here after going That is a pretty tough spot to be in, especially with the Lulu Kog'Maw having just a little bit more range than that Pyke Kaisa combo. But here comes Slim Chungus in the top lane. Emery's gonna throw up the Steadfast Presence and block the hook shot from Zero Zen. And it looks like he's just gonna contest his control ward for a bit. Here comes a dive into the bot lane. El Big Daddy takes an extra turret shot. They're going to be able to get the kill. The heal comes out. Kog'Maw passive coming through, but not going to be enough to pick up the kill. While Emery's still contesting this ward, knows that Creativity Yak is in the area. He's running in right now, but Zero Zen going to be able to get away.
Yeah, there was a lot of things happening in all at once right there. So just to recap, we have bot lane doing pretty well for himself. El Big Daddy making some really strong plays in order to get his ADC ahead, and Marco Flavo is following up on that very well. On the top side, it's been a little more of a back and forth. Creativity Yacht now there trying to smite fight for the scuttle and winning that, but he is in the midst of two.
Yeah, he did not have the lane priority right there, but will it matter? They might be able to win the skirmish anyway. Steadfast Presence comes in, the wall charge knocks him down, and another kill over to Lord Zoten there.
Yeah, Lord Zoten getting that kill could potentially be pretty impactful, considering that Aishen does not have his TP. He'll be missing out on a couple minions, not too many since this is a cannon wave, but this is still going to be a couple minions lost for him.
Yeah, he's going to lose quite a bit of EXP here. He's Lord Zoten's going to be able to get that EXP advantage because Ishan did move over first there. He also missed that extra EXP. So now I definitely see Lord Zoten coming ahead in this match, and especially picking up that first kill. But before we move on, make sure to press U on your keyboard to remove the time controls. And here comes El Big Daddy with another trade right there. The exhaust actually comes down. And here comes Slim Chungus in the area, still level 3. They're looking for the Gallon coming in. Marco Flavo has no heal available. He might flash away. El Big Daddy's going to be the one who bears his sins. He's going to try to get away right here, but will not be able to, as Crazy Movement picks up his first kill of the game.
Yeah, and picking up that kill could mean a lot, even though it's not on Marco Flavo, who has the bounty on his head. Still taking down someone and getting a little extra gold for that Kog'Maw is very important, considering that he is a very strong late game champion with just how his whole kit works with his living artillery, as well as his I can't remember exactly all his ability names right now, but he is going to be a very strong late game champion.
Ooh. It was a nice attempt at a steal, but he might still look for the fight right here. El Big Daddy in the area along with Marco Flavo. He's gonna get spotted out. The ward just gonna go down here. Void Seeker not going to land. And you can see that Creativity Yacht decided to move towards the top side of the map. After that one, gonna do a little bit of counter jungling, but he did get spotted out by Ishan, who put some defensive wards in the area. You can see Lord Zoten just using his small advantage that he's gained over Ishan here, and he's going to be able to push that just a little bit more, hopefully, with Galio roaming towards the bot lane as well.
Oh no, my power went out again. Let's hope my internet did not reset once more. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you.
Alright.
So stream might still be going.
It looks like stream is still going. Oh, it's still flickering. It's currently storming out over here in Norman, so I'm sorry if anything like this happens. If it does, I'll see if I can maybe get like Vid or someone to be able to stream it. But for now, it's just going to be hoping and praying for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And El Big Daddy playing very aggressive on this Pyke. Now, last time we saw him, he was big on those playmaking supports. playing stuff like the Pike. I believe he was playing the Bard as well. So just a big playmaker for his team, a big important member, making sure that he's able to get his hands on his comfort picks here and make the plays for his team. His Creativity Yacht still on another engaged jungler like he was last season. I foresee GMB's team identity being very similar to what it was in the last split as they move forward with, big mobile carry in the mid lane such as Xerath, Marco Flavo being able to play something that can maneuver around the fight a little bit and still have that carry potential, and Emery's with the tank in the top lane when he's not playing those split pushers. We can see Nocturne towards the bot side, still level 5. He's a little bit behind Creativity Yacht right now, but still hovering around, potentially looking for the gank. Galio ultimate is not there for the assist, and they're just gonna send him back right now. He knows he can't really do anything, and now some light trading in the top lane. Excellent in Emery's favor.
Yeah, really well played there. Ooh, so looks like he wants to keep going for more.
Yeah, he might be able to find it too. Emery's could return flash here. He's gonna hit the wall charge and find the return solo kill.
Well played there. Emery's knowing to use the steadfast presence in order to stop him from getting that dash, doing a little extra damage since Camille is using that dash, being able to ground him and then stay on top of him really well. Already having that Sheen alongside of the Bambi Cinder is going to generate quite a bit of damage, even though it has some defensive stats for the health from the Bambi Cinder, but primarily it has some pretty good defense or offense in order to deal with fighters like Camille.
Again, the Rift Herald's going to go over to GMB. An excellent early game for them so far. Able to pick up a few of these turret plants with Lord Zoten constantly pushing in the mid lane, as well as the bot lane, just keeping up that pressure into the Kog'Maw Lulu. You can see Marco Flava has 2 kills right now, 150 gold bounty, about 15 CS over his ADC counterpart. And allowing El Big Daddy to roam in this small timing might be able to find them a little bit something. You can see that he has hit the vision cone, and now heading over to the mid lane, he has the ultimate available. Will he look for the depth below? Will not be able to find it. Has no more escape tools as he dashed in for that. Here comes the Nocturne though, looking for the support of GMB, and he'll be able to find that. Lord Zoten is the next item on the menu, but he has the flash available. TP comes out, Emery's going to be able to find him right there, right now. Slim Chungus gets taken down. Meanwhile, Starling in a bad place. Going to get ulted. Yeah, gonna get ulted by Set. Creativity Yacht now just running him down. He's gonna keep going for it, but with all the Lulu flows and shields, he's gonna be able to get away.
That was pretty well played on the side of Get Money Boys. You saw Emerus looking on the map, able to TP in and save Lord Zone. Unfortunately, El Big Daddy did fall, but keeping Lord Zone alive means that he was able to get that kill because of that TP with Emerus. So really well played all around there, and then Slim Chunk is still picking up a pretty good kill onto El Big Daddy.
Yeah, Creativity Yacht looking for the dive right now. Ultimate comes in from Marco Flava. He's going to be able to pick up another one, but not if the heal has anything to say about now being forced back. Creativity Yacht running under the turret. Rift Herald has already been dropped. Pick some of those plates, but this may be too far for GMB. Oh, teleport comes in from Lord Zone. He's right in the face of danger right now, seeing where he's going to go. Gets polymorph. Bone Skewer comes out. Ishan goes back in right here, hits a double taunt. The Creativity Yacht goes low, but doesn't get taken down quite yet. All in all, no kills dropped, but all the turret platings go over to GMB.
And this, again, just looking very well for the GMB right now. You know, CS lead in bot lane, as you mentioned before. Mid lane has CS ahead, and right now they're looking to go for the dragon, although we do see the Slim Chungus in the area alongside of the Galio, so they could try to make something happen. Hero's entrance is not up for quite a while, so they want
a Glacial Omen. Okay, here comes the TP with big speed up, and the Hextech Ultimatum comes down, finds the shutdown onto Marco Flavo. They're going to be able to pick off the dragon off of that one, but both solo laners now getting those solo plates, solo EXP. They're all by themselves. GMB might have a small win here to, in terms of gold, in terms of experience. They're able to find those small advantages while Glacial Omen forcing them to maybe respond to group up later in the game.
Yeah, and it looks like Emery is going to be able to pick up that first tower, which is huge because that's full platings for him, as well as just being able to exert a little more lane dominance in or lane priority at least, just because of how strong he is a little.
Yeah, he is going to be in trouble though. Oh man, that is absolutely so well played for a little bit, but Slim Chungus comes in anyways. He's going to find the stun. Can he pick up the kill? Emery's might be able to find it, but he can not. Slim Chungus is going to find that one. Puncture to Viyak and El Big Daddy in the area. He has the ultimate available. He may be fishing for him. Slim Chungus is pretty low right now. Here comes the Zero ultimate. One shot, one kill. That's all that he needs.
That was well played, or a good response to that. Seeing that Slim Chungus is pretty low, we're waiting for him to show up again. Minions again, and the showstopper.
Yeah, this is some aggressive play right here, using the showstopper to get Ishan potentially away from the tower, but just not enough follow-up damage from the rest of his team.
Yeah, not going to be able to necessarily... there's some thunder if you can hear that through my microphone right now. But, yeah, like Marco Flavor is going to be defending the ward, but he is alone right now. Emerus is on the way to help him out, but not before he takes quite a bit of damage.
Ooh, he finds the wall charge, finds the angle. Yes, sir. That's some great geometry right there. Crazy moving gonna get taken down. TP now coming out. The Cosmo Pass is gonna find full damage on the Marco Flavo, and he's going to get taken down yet again. Ishan, now Emery's all there, but here comes the rest of GMB ready to save the day. Bones Team are going to land, but do they have enough damage? He looks for El Big Daddy, but just cannot find the last Q to be able to finish off the kill. He's going to get run down by Lord Zoten. Encrypted Viyak is going to be able to hold in the top lane as well. Potentially, Zero Zen might dive him if he's not careful, but another turret and a few more kills for GMB.
That creativity, Yawk is going to be respecting Zero Zen. Probably thinking that he has ultimate available and knowing how well that Camille can turret dive him. He's just going to back up, while on the other side of the map on bot lane we have the first tower taken down and a couple extra hits onto tower before they go ahead and leave.
And earlier in the game, we talked about the carry potential of Lord Zoten, the carry potential of just the small lead he ended up building up off of some experience advantages, a small farm advantage, and just the constant roaming of Ishan allowed him to come ahead quite a bit in this matchup. He's now 4-0, picks up that 450 gold bounty as well, and he has already completed the Luden's Echo, now working on the Morellonomicon possibly, or could just sit on the Oblivion Orb. Now both teams moving into the area, they know the Rift Trail's up. They're just starting the group right now. El Big Daddy all the way in the top lane. We can see Zero Zen about to back right now, and doesn't have the TP. This could be a small window of opportunity for GMB to find a fight, potentially pick up another Rift Trail for themselves.
Yeah, we saw Lord Zone trying to ult down, I believe it was Slim Chungus, but the Rift camera thought it was more important, instead of looking at the shots, looking straight at the Zera. A little funny right there. Right now, we see both teams, as you said, is going to be moving over for that Rift Herald. Again, that second Rift Herald will be kind of huge, considering that will be opening up the base against Glacial Augment. Will be pretty huge.
Ooh, a lot of skills being used on Marco Flavo. Take him down immediately. GMB is in a little bit of trouble right now. That's the T9 in the area. Creativity Yacht can take the exhaust. Rift Herald still aggroed, about to reset, and now Slim Chungus right in the meat of the fight. Here comes the Showstopper, removing Zero Zen off to the side. Heroic enters right in the middle. Justice Punch going to land as well. The Pike ultimate going to miss, and that's huge for GMB. They might not be able to come into this fight, but Emery's is just too big right now, taking all the solo plates, taking all the solo EXP and putting it to use.
Yeah, leaving Emery's down by himself is actually pretty turned out pretty poorly for the side of Glacial Omen, seeing that how strong Emery is able to just tank for lower zone right now. Zone and Emery doing tons of damage. They're looking to try to maybe get that risk hill, but just gonna walk away from it, considering that they believe that the jungler is probably in the area and could go for a smite steal.
So right now, it seems as a failure of Glacial Omen to recognize what target they need to take down. They're using all their skills at the beginning of the fight on Marco Flavo, but right now, Lord Zoten is the one you need to be getting on. He's the one doing tons of damage in this fight. 0 deaths so far in this game, just pumping out damage constantly. To be fair to Glacial Omen, though, he's positioning very well in these team fights, but here comes Creativity coming over, gonna Hex Flash. The Bone Skewer lands. He might be in a little bit of trouble, but Zero Zen's in the area to save him. GMB is going to pick up their first dragon of the game to trade nothing.
Yeah, and so not being able to trade something there is quite impactful. Let's go ahead and just look at the gold differences while we have a little bit of time to breathe. So in the top lane, we're seeing about a 1500 gold difference, so about half an item. Jungle is pretty much even, but Lord Zone, we see him going around 1700 gold, so just slightly above of what top lane is averaging around. And then bot lane also doing well for himself, 1700 as well around there. And then supports, we're seeing just a 400 difference, which is pretty negligible. Is a component for an item nonetheless.
So now we return to the game. Rift Herald off the table looks like it's already, yeah, so Rift Herald off the table. The Baron has spawned at this point. Things are starting to slow down a bit after that dragon. There's not another objective that's clear to take for either team, so now they're just gonna do some cheeky lane assignments, try to maybe make some plays as teams start to rotate around the map. But all in all, this is going to favor Glacial Omen just a little bit. They need some more time to scale to get back in the game, get another item or two on their Kog'Maw before they commit to any big fight. But he's going to be forced to flash away, which is going to be very, very bad for this next fight. Creative Yak is going to have a very easy time getting onto that Kog'Maw.
Yeah, not having flash there means that Emrys and Creativity Yacht has very easy access in order to try to get onto the Kog'Maw. They still have to try to get through Galio, but as far as team fights have shown, they don't necessarily have the hugest amount of difficulty in terms of that.
So now Emery is going to be trading a bit El Big Daddy in the area. Bone Skewer not in range though, so he's going to have to come all the way around if he wants to help out. Has the ultimate available. Here comes the Nocturne in the mid lane. Heroic entrance also going to be there. Lord Zone still picks up a kill, but he's going to get shut down regardless. Now the rest of his team going to do some hemorrhaging, but Zero Zen in a little bit of trouble, potentially getting towered though, but El Big Daddy ended up taking that one just a little bit. They're going to be forced back away. Rest of Glacial Omen now moving into the area. However, Kaisa and Creativity Yuck now pushing into mid lane. They're going to drop a wave potentially as they commit towards this top lane play. Emery's going to throw out the such fast presence a little bit early. Not going to be able to block this hook shot right here. El Big Daddy the first to fall. Emery's flashing away. Hextech Ultimatum has come out, and Emery holding on for dear life. But meanwhile, mid lane turret goes down.
Yeah, it seems like they perhaps overextended just a little bit in the top side on the side of Get Money Boys, but luckily the rest of the team was able to pick up a inner tower in the mid lane. Maybe Lord Zone trying to pick up a kill right here. Ooh, and Zero Zen goes down to Marco Flavo.
So they're going to find the pick onto the top lane of Glacial Omen and now get a lot of Baron control. He was the only one exerting any pressure. It was very curious that he didn't back alongside Crazy moving right there. They're just going to start the Baron. They see Slim Chungus in the bot side of the map. They know that this is going to be uncontested. It's a very easy pickup, very easy decision for GMB to make.
Yeah, it's pretty, honestly, free Baron, considering that the jungler decided to show himself all the way in the bot side, and being able to pick up that Baron potentially means that they're going to be able to exponentially work on this game and try to finish it out much sooner.
So GMB seems to be in firm control of this game at this point in time, but there still is a small opportunity for Glacial Omen to come back. They drafted this comp that's kind of protect the Kog'Maw-esque comp. They have the dive potential, and then the Kog'Maw has the parry potential to, win some of these later fights if they're not able to burst any targets. So we'll see what Glacial Omen decides to do with their comp. They could be able to find some picks potentially, but GMB seems to be rotating pretty well. They seem to be too ahead at this point to fall to petty mistakes that potentially Glacial Omen could recognize and cash in on.
That's very true. We have the dragon spawning up very soon, but I believe both teams wants to try to, or at least Get Money Boys wants to try to push their Baron pressure somewhere before they go ahead and try to grab that. They do still have about a minute and 40, I believe, of that Baron left, so they want to look for something that they can potentially grasp onto before going ahead and rotating there.
Yeah, and Emery's now forced to back as Zero Zen heads back to base. They could look for the play right here. It's a potential 5v4 for just a little bit. Emery's does have TP though. They're going to go ahead and try to contest his Ocean Drake right now. Both TPs are coming in. Hook shot over the wall. And that's not where you want to be, but El Big Daddy going to be able to get away using Pike Escape. And now Creativity Yacht goes in with the Showstopper. Going to land a big taunt, and now Steadfast Presence coming in the backside of the fight. You can see El Big Daddy being able to take down Zero Zen. Unlucky for Glacial Omen on this one. They just do not have enough damage. Just getting absolutely gunned down. Now Emery's gonna dive Starling, Slim Chungus on the run as well. Steadfast Presence coming in, potentially help them get the kill. The auto attack is not there at the moment. Gonna be able to tank piece Nexus turret shots. Gonna wall charge him onto the Nexus, and GMB just seems to be DMing a little bit at this point. They lost no members, almost aced the enemy team, and now running down the inhibitor and soon to be the rest of the base.
Yeah, I don't see how Glacial Omen can potentially win or protect the base right here, especially with Kog'Maw Lulu. When Lulu has no ulti, Kog'Maw will go down there. He's going to try to take out some minions, but not going to be enough. Hero's Engines comes through to show that they are pretty much around the end, but looks like Get Money Boys are going to back up because they are about at least 3 of the members are pretty low. The carry's still full HP, but you don't want your tanks in order to be low. That makes it a lot easier to get onto your carries.
Yeah, so GMB going to pay a little bit of respect to the 3 remaining members of Glacial Omen here, but this game is all but over. A firm 7.5k gold lead in favor of GMB. They've taken almost every objective at this point, finishing off a Baron. The 2 Ocean Dragons have stacked at this point. It's just going to be very hard for Glacial Omen to win any of these fights. But should GMB maybe, make a very careless mistake, maybe send Emery's too far into the side lane and not trade anything for it, there are tools with the composition of Glacial Omen to be able to potentially get back into this game, but it's just a hard one to see right now.
Yeah, they do have, the necessary things to try to go for picks like this. They have the Nother, they have the Camille, and a really strong dive potential with the Galio as well. But if they don't necessarily have the damage to try to follow through, at least not when you have Creativity, Yogg, and Embers try to peel for their carries as well.
So now we can see lane starting to push. We can see both solo laners for Glacial Omen in the bottom side of the map. Now Galio coming around. We'll see if any picks come through for GMB. They're kind of just looking for any engage to any fight at this point to be able to close out the game. But now Super Minions pouring into the base of Glacial Omen. They're going to be forced to respond. Now Emery, Zero Zen, going to be trading just a little bit. Camille scaled a little bit and going to be able to do some damage. But however, Steadfast Presence comes out. Very well played by Emery, forcing Zero Zen to be locked in place right there. Now Paranoia comes out, but he's not going to engage anywhere. He knows he can't afford to. Here comes the engage right here. Flash comes in, and they're going to find the Bone Spear on the crazy move and going to be forced out the Lulu ultimate and the heroic entrance. That's a lot of tools that Glacial Omen might need to win this fight. Emery comes in, then we get the wall charge on Slim Chungus, crazy move and gets gunned down. Starling next one to fall, and the last one left is Ishan. They're gonna look for the dive, but they don't really need to. GMB still not losing a single member in that fight. Gonna be moving on to this Nexus turret, moving on to week 2 of the GRLCS with a win in their pocket.
And looking like it's going to be GG right here. Maybe grabbing one more kill to pad the stats. Really Valorant intensifies Zero Zen right there. But, yeah, that looks like it's going to be GG for that game. Well played there. Get money, boys. Any highlights you want to pull up to, or bring up about this match particularly?
No, other than the fact that it was just pretty well played by GMB. They were able to find these early leads and just kind of close out very cleanly. It didn't seem like they made too many mistakes. So in terms of gold cap, I feel like they've improved quite a bit. They may be able to even make top 3 this split. That could be my prediction, but I haven't seen any of these other gold cap teams. But I'm liking what I'm seeing so far from GMB, and great to see them back in the GRLCS.
Yeah. And so congrats to them. We're going to be right back. I'm going so while we pull up next game is going to be, I believe it is Team 0 versus the Home Wreckers. So we will be right back.
Yes.
And hello, we're back with the next game. This one is going to be, I don't remember what to play, probably FP, but I'm going to do it manually here. So we have on our blue side, we have Team 0, and on the red side, we have the Homewreckers.
Yes, 2 new teams to the GRLCS, but a lot of returning players. On the blue side of the map, we have Peacemaker 21 in the top lane, piloting the Orin. The return of TACO Trineki in the jungle as Graves. Peak lane in the mid lane playing Vladimir, Hurt Nova, and Lunar Eclipse in the bot lane playing Ash Morgana.
While on the red side, we have the Homewreckers.
Yeah, finding the invade though. There's the Lux binding, there's the first blood. 2 successful invades we've seen here today.
Yeah, this is gold cap, so sometimes the invade is just something they don't expect. So, as I was saying with the introduction, we have XYZ Zevius playing Mundo in the top lane. We have Slickums, one of our casters, playing Volibear in the jungle. Swag Stupid playing the Azir in the jungle, or in the mid lane, my bad. And B-Pods and Meaty Mitts playing Caitlyn and Lux in the bot lane.
Yeah, and a lot of returning players here on the Homewreckers as well. After a split long hiatus, B-Pots has returned. You know, the former gold-capped MVP here to make a name in the fall split of the gold division. And he's going to be piloting the Caitlyn, which is something that we've seen him play a lot. I remember he was mostly a Caitlyn Ezreal player last time we saw him around. So nice to see him here on the Caitlyn again, taking Cleanse as well, alongside Meaty Mitts on the Lux support.
Alright, and it looks like XYZ just told me in chat how to pronounce it, so thank you for that. Like I'm saying, this is, we're in for not really a close one, but out of the 2 games I decided maybe a 50-minute game was a little too long for you guys to sit through. We have Peacemaker and XYZ just doing some light trading on the top side.
So we can see the invade from TSC Trineki forced out Slickum, and he's going to have to go all the way back towards the top side here. He wasn't able to pick up that second camp, so he is a little bit behind right now in terms of jungle. This is not where you want your Volibear jungle to be at 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. He's going to be forced to do his red buff, still just level 2 right now. It's pretty much the equivalent of going buff, but he's going to be considerably behind Trineki right now, as Trineki was able to pick up another camp of, Slickups. He's going to go all the way back towards his blue buff. A little bit of inefficient pathing, but potentially stopping the invade from Slickups there.
Yeah, potentially stopping it. And you do see that the Vladimir does have a little bit of priority in order to get that ward in deeper, try to see if they can find where Slickums is potentially, and look for maybe something happening and know where they can get a little just additional info in for the game, I should say.
Yeah, and XYZV is starting to be pushed in the tower a little bit. Orange is favored to summon this matchup. He just has more of this damage early to trade with, and a little bit more wave clear than Mundo. All he has really is a cleaver, the auto attack reset, and a little bit of that passive immolate essentially. And now Slicken's gonna find out that ward towards his Raptors camp was spotted out earlier, in TAC Trineki going to take that top scuttle and cross over the map to deny Slickum from taking that bottom scuttle.
Yeah, being able to pick up both these skulls will be pretty huge for Taco Trineki here. Really helping him out in terms of being able to, getting that gold and health, or gold and EXP advantage, alongside of getting some healings, be able to continue farming in his jungle, looking for his big power spikes before he go ahead and start ganking.
Yeah, no, it appears that Trineki is going to look for the invade again, gonna spot out Slickums moving into his jungle and knows that he's low. This might be another duel right here. Slickums isn't careful, gonna get spotted out and slowed down. Slickums gonna be forced away from his jungle yet again. Now Zir moving in, Vladimir on the run too, but the Ash Morgana rotating up just a little bit quicker in the end of the bot lane will ensure that Trineki gets a few more of Slickums' camps.
Yeah, Taco Trineki Trineki doing an excellent job. We have seen him previously in jungle before, but I believe he mainly played a lot of tanks. So playing a little more of this early game aggressive jungler is quite a refreshing one to see, and he seems to be doing it quite well at least.
Now he's moving to the bot side, potentially looking for a gank on the B pots, and maybe Myth's gonna slow them down. Lunar Eclipse isn't in range to bind them, so this gank will be in vain. Does land the binding last second though, but Trineki losing a little bit of his lead. I'm going to be honest, it's some inefficient pathing from him that will allow Slickums to not fall nearly as far behind as he should right now. He would be getting punished quite a bit for getting pushed out of his jungle twice, but it seems that he's only about a camp behind because Trineki has been crossing the map willy-nilly, not really pathing in a fluid, linear manner.
Yeah, not be able to really do his camps very efficiently is actually going to be hurting him. You see that there's only a 3 CS lead advantage for Degrees right now, but that will build up over the course of time since it's only 6 minutes into the game. As of right now, Peacemaker being able to go in onto the XYZVS and getting an excellent trade onto him.
So now both junglers moving onto the top side of the map. We may see them clash once more as Trineki posturing pretty aggressively, moving into the jungle of Slickums right now, going to spot him out. But does not look like he's going to be able to steal the camp. Now both top laners starting to rotate over. XYZVS getting zoned away from the minions at the moment. Peacemaker now being able to push his lead just a little bit. He has a small CS advantage, but he's constantly moving into the tower of XYZVS right there. He's going to take his Krugs camp as well. And just as we talked about TACO Trineki not really pushing his lead as much as he should, he begins to punish Slickums again and again, taking his Raptors camp and then taking his Krugs camp. Slickums is in a very bad spot this game.
Yes, just being unfortunate that he is facing an early game type jungler, and TLCO or TACO Trineki is doing a pretty good job of trying to keeping up with that right now. As for the laners, however, it seems like all across the board it is pretty even. Other than yeah, it is pretty much even across the board. Other than Caitlyn getting that really invade kill from the beginning side of the
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like Beatbots has been able to do too much with it. You know, things are going very even in that lane, especially with TACO Trineki visiting earlier. And now he's moving towards that bonside scuttle again. Slickums is there in the area. Meatymit's going to spot him out. They might try to contest this right here. They know they have a Z in the area. They know have the bot lane priority as Ash Morgana are not there right now. Slickums going to try to run him down. And with the assistance of Swag is Stupid, going to force the flash away from Trineki and finally gets punished for his aggressive pathing.
Yeah, and having 4 people over on the Dragon right now means they are going to go ahead and start that up. Now that they are starting it up, they do have people, or the people on the blue side do have people here to help them out, try to look for a snipe, but Slickums is able to take it.
Yeah, the Ornhorn comes out a little bit early and finally the TP from XYZ, but is it too late? 2 kills already over the Peacemaker. Now he's pushing for more. Zero Wall finally comes down. XYZ is going to be the next one to fall. No members have fallen yet on the side of Team Zero, and they are rampant this fight, but the Dragon still goes over to Homewreckers.
Yeah, well played. Alright, it was a little bit of a messier fight there. Sorry, I was about to say it was well played, and a little trying to read chat here saying that it is Taco Trineki. I'm not entirely sure. I do not know the man himself. I did say last split it was Taco, but maybe we're just going to switch it up and just say TACO Trineki.
I'll probably just call him Trineki for the rest of the game.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair. Trineki is a lot easier to say as well. And now, just to recap, the Infernal Dragon has gone over to Homewreckers. However, another 2 additional kills on top of Peacemaker 21 right now. He's moving back in the top lane, has 150 gold bounty, is going to look to trade pretty aggressively against XYZ right now. He knows that he doesn't have flash. You might see Trineki start to path towards the top side of the map potentially, and you know, look for a gank on that defenseless Mundo. Pick up another kill potentially for his team and maybe get onto himself instead of onto his top laner, for he could use the damage just a little bit more than Ornn.
Yeah, and And right now we are looking at TP for the mid lane for Pickups. He's trying to make sure he doesn't lose out those minions, but Swag is Stupid already pushed in those minions, so he will be able to rotate for a little priority. It looks like they're trying to maybe look for Graves in his jungle, not knowing that Graves are actually over in Slickum's jungle.
Yeah, and the Rift Herald was started out for a little bit, but it seems as if Slickums decide against it, moving into, you know, counter jungle as well, try to not fall too far behind by starting up that Rift Herald, even though he had a little bit of priority in both lanes. We saw Swag is Stupid actually rotate all the way over. Now Slickums waiting in the jungle. I don't know if Peacemaker knows where he is. He's going to try to walk around, spot him out, but Slickums might be able to take this blast cone over and escape from the jungle actually, and he will be able to, picking up blue buff for Swag is Stupid and then Gromp for himself.
Yeah, the blue buff is going to be pretty impactful because Azir is such a strong late game carry. If he can get through about early and a little bit of that mid game, he can really start picking it up whenever you start picking. I believe I want to say it's like 3 items, but however many items it really is, once Azir gets them, he will be quite the menace against this Vladimir.
And you can see meaty mitts has been poked out over and over again in this lane. Well played by the bot lane of Team Zero here, forcing meaty mitts back. There may be a dive soon, but Slickum's in the bot side of the map there to defend anything. If Beepot should get dove, he will get spotted out by that ward right there, which will enable Trineki to just move into the top side of the map uninhibited and potentially to start this Rift Herald if he wants to. He knows that Slickums is on bot side of the map. He could do anything contested right now, but seems to be ganking Swag is Stupid and pathing towards the bot side of the map. Actually, I'm not sure where he's going right now. Just a lot of questionable pathing, but finally decides on the Raptors camp.
Yeah, honestly, I would prefer to see if Trineki would start look for that Rift Herald that we were mentioning earlier, just because Vladimir is still quite, holding his own quite well in the mid lane, and Peacemaker is making plenty of priority for his laner, and we do know that Slickums was over on the bot side. Starting up that Rift Herald could potentially create a lot more leads rather than trying to just make something happen mid and grab Raptors.
Now Slickums in the area moving towards the bot lane. He's gonna get spotted out. Root comes out on the Lunar Click, gonna flash forward for the Soul Shackles, has his top watch available, but doesn't need it. He takes down B-Pods anyways. Lux ultimate, not going to find anything, but Slickums is here using the ultimate to get in. The Zir is on the way as well. Still has the ultimate available. It's still just gonna poke them out for now. They decide not to commit to this fight, knowing that Play is in the area and might turn things around for Team Zero.
Yeah, still very solid kill for the side of Team Zero. They were able to pick up the Caitlyn there, and having an Ashe 2-0 right now is just going to help her scale up, grab that Blade Rune King, and eventually the Runedanc's Hurricane, I believe is what you build second. Correct me if I'm wrong. And she'll be able to essentially melt that Mundo and the Volibear whenever it gets to that point of the game.
Yeah, Ashe is a very strong pick in the meta right now, just looking for a lot of utility to enable these carry junglers that are rampant in the meta. You can see that the Volibear is a somewhat popular pick just because of how much damage he does, but also this game we've seen how fast he can get outpaced potentially by, you know, a carry jungler such as Graves or maybe even the Nidalee. And we can see the Root come out on the B-bots. Mountain Dragon has been started. Slickums just on the top side of the map. They're bluffing and engage right now, but B-Pot's gonna get slowed down and Pennet into the wall. They won't be able to find him. He's gonna flash away, and that will guarantee his escape.
Yeah, but at the cost of Flash is a little bit huge, means that he will not be able to use that in order to dodge important CC such as a Enchanted Crystal Arrow or even just a Dark Binding combo in order to lock down B-Pods and grab another kill for the side of Team Zero.
And you can see Hurt Nova has created a quite substantial lead over B-Pods at this point. You know, Peacemaker actually forced out the ultimate here. Slickums in the area and Swag Stupid as well. He's going to try to turn this around. The Orn Horn does not hit any target, and he does get shut down. A kill on the board for Swag Stupid.
Yeah, that is unfortunate that the Orn It was overextended right there. So I guess Stupid picking up the kill is quite impactful right there. He already has his Nashor's Tooth. He's looking to build his second item, which I believe... I forget what second item is.
Liandry's right now. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I know previously it was Rally's, and at some point it was actually Morello's, which is a little bit of an odd one for me. But yeah, I believe maybe it's Liandry's right now.
But just a sec, here comes the enchanted crystal arrow, gonna land on the swag is Stupid, and Vladimir's there to capitalize. He's like doing as much damage as he can. Vladimir ultimate might be enough to finish it off, and it will. The Rift Herald already going over to Slickums, and he's gonna be able to pick it up right before his death.
Yeah, being able to pick up that Rift Herald is pretty good. We really won't need to try to have XYZVS sacrifice his life in order to pick up the Rift Herald, or have that just simply go to waste. So that's pretty good there. Top Trineki being able to counter jungling, still knowing that Slickum is down, kind of starve him out of resources. It makes this game just that much more harder.
Yeah, and with that Rift Herald, Slickums may be able to influence the map just a little bit more than he has been doing. Trineki has now a mass 27 CS lead over his counterpart in the jungle, which is pretty well played, but also somewhat expected of a Graves. But Slickums hasn't been, he hasn't been playing his best either. Not avoiding Trineki at all, and just kind of playing into his hand. He's been trying to trade on the other side of the map, but has been largely unsuccessful due to how fast Graves clears the jungle. He's able to clear his side and then start to counter jungle, and now when Slickums tries to capitalize on that, he's unable since a lot of these camps are gone. But a kill on the board for Swag is Stupid in one death as well. He wasn't able to pick up any components of his next item, so we'll be sitting on that Nashor's Tooth for just a little bit.
And he does have the Merc Treads looking to not really feed into any more kills for the Peekly right now, seeing that Vladimir, once he gets the 2-item power spike, he'll be able to start one-shotting and grabbing the Merc Treads as a preemptive sort of thing, and not necessarily a bad item as well, seeing that they have an Ashe, Morgana, and the Ornhorn coming up for later. Nasty will help out there.
So now we can see Slickums on the top side of the map. He's going to recall and try to influence the spot lane. This key matchup of the game, really, and trying to shut down Hurt Nova. Has a 200 gold bounty that could go nicely into, any person's pocket on the side of home records here, but they're just not able to find this Ashe yet. I don't believe they've really made any plays in the bot lane, but this is exactly where they need to be right now, as Depots and medium is just getting constantly pushed in when the Ashe is there. Leaves a nice opportunity potentially for Slickums to come down for a gank. Now they're moving the bot side area, Azir roaming as well, and they're going to spot out Trineki in the bot side jungle and know that his red buff is up. However, Slickums just going to move towards his side of the jungle instead, grab that blue buff, grab that Gromp, and not contest anything until this dragon comes up in about 40 seconds.
Yeah, Dragon is going to be what we're looking for right now. We have Meaty Mitts going ahead and moving forward, trying to play down some wards preemptively, make sure that we have vision all over the map in order to know who comes up. Slickums is going to drop over that Rift Herald mid lane, create some pressure before the Dragon go ahead and starts up.
Trineki is there to try contest a little bit. Rift Herald not going to be able to do enough damage to take down that mid lane tower, but will guarantee them a little bit of priority right now. However, Enchanted Crystal Arrow comes down, Meaty Mitts in a little bit of trouble, gonna flash away, and the double root will connect right there, but not enough damage to follow up from his team. Dragon going to be started up by Team Zero right now, and the rest of Homewreckers are on the way. This is what they need to get back in the game. They're only almost 3k gold behind right now. No TPs on either of the top laners. It's a fair 4v4, but they weren't able to get in there before the Dragon fell. And as a result, no kills traded and a free Dragon for Team Zero.
Yeah, unfortunate not be able to start a fight necessarily there. We had Swag is Stupid in the area, plus having only one jungle item, or one item currently, and building up a second one. He is not necessarily tanky enough in order to try to peel for his team with all that damage between Trineki, Peekly, Hurt Nova, and Luna Eclipse. Now,
after that Dragon falls, there's really no objective on the map for either team to get. It's going to be a bit more of a slow farming game, especially with that enchanted crystal arrow down for a little bit. That's the main engage tool for Team Zero, who is here in the driver's seat right now. They are the one who are in charge of the game, especially moving towards this mid game, as they make some they have some strong power spikes for sure. You know, the Graves about to finish the Black Cleaver. Spellbinder already completed for Vladimir, now looking for that Zanya's Hourglass. Abyssal Mask, now Infernal Mask already for Peacemaker. And almost 2 items now for Hurt Nova.
Yeah, and the Horn comes through. It does go a bit wide, but we have Taco Tsuneki coming in here. Gets a couple good autos off, but Xevious using his sadism. I believe that's what Dr. Mundo's ultimate is called, and it is a masochism, sadism. Let's go ahead and just it's sadism. Masochism is the setting himself on fire, I believe.
Yes. Anyways, he's going to be able to survive that. Slickums is in the area just in case as well. But, you know, just a lot of influence we can see from Tsuneki. He's fallen very far ahead in this jungle matchup. About 50 CS ahead is definitely not what you want to see. Jungle CS difference on either side, that's just not normal. Tsuneki playing very well this game, you know, moving into this mid game, able to find a lot of farm and just setting Slickum pretty far behind. You know, we saw him play a lot of these tank junglers in the past, like you said, and now this change to carry junglers might be something that works out for him, as his aggressive jungling style is, you know, matched by the meta right now. But Social Tackles comes in, the flash is there. Tsuneki is here to finish off the kill. Now Beepod's on the run. Will he be able to make it away? Dodges the binding, flashes away from the enchanted crystal arrow, and he is home free.
Yeah, well played there by Beepod's being able to dodge out of those both CCs, I believe preemptively using that cleanse as well, but never to, can't ever be too safe in order to try to get away from giving another kill to the team. Nope, kind of trying to stem the bleeding, which is what Homewreckers kind of want to do right now, to try to slow down on Team Zero scaling and try to necessarily meet up with them and then try to maybe go a little bit beyond into that.
Yeah, Swag is stupid, knows he has the health advantage right now, gonna play pretty aggressive on the peak lane. But we just saw both junglers in the screen. I just want to note that Tsuneki is about 3 levels up on Slickums right now, who's definitely just hemorrhaging right now. He's trying to stop the bleeding as best as he can, but he's just so far behind. Finally picks up that level 10, but still 2 levels behind the enemy jungler. It's going to be very difficult for him to win any kind of smite fight, and just that huge, you know, EXP advantage for Tsuneki is going to make it a lot easier for Team Zero to win these team fights. Yeah, he's going to be able to knock up 2, but no follow-up from his team quite yet. Has the pillar in the middle of the fight, but won't be able to use it to knock anybody up. Meanwhile, XYZVS trying to re-engage for his team. Here comes Slickums as well, going into the backline. Gonna be able to find a lot of damage. They found the shutdown on the peak lane. And now Lunar clicks the next target. The over Pacemaker gonna take him low, gonna go golden, gonna get taken down after getting rooted. XYZVS picks up that one. It's an easy 2 kills over the Homewreckers.
Yeah, Homewreckers, that was excellently played there. I do want to point out, I'm not going to let this slide. Peekly, I did see you. Zonio's under the tower. I'm pretty sure you were trying to use your Spellbinder there, accidentally hit that button, so that was unfortunate there. Potentially could have lived if you still had that, but no matter, this is still really good for the Homewreckers.
And Homewreckers going to be able to push into the tower just a little bit, but not going to be able to take this tower. They have Hurt Nova there on wave clear duty, gonna be able to stop any kind of siege potential that the Homewreckers had. And now they're moving into this dragon. About, I think, just 1 member of Homewreckers backed at this point. Meanwhile, a lot of the members of Team Zero have reset. They're gonna look to try and start up this dragon, but Team Zero is on the run. They're trying to make it towards this dragon right now. It's not getting taken down too fast. It's just meaty mitts and Slickums doing damage from that one. Peekly gonna come in, TP coming out as well. He's going to be sent into the dragon pit. Slickums in a little bit of trouble right now, and now the dragon going to potentially go over to Tsuneki. But Oranhorn already off cooldown, going to knock up Slickums, trying to force him back. Vladimir on the back line as well, going to get rooted up. The pool comes out, and he's going to be able to save himself for a bit. Cloud Dragon goes over to Team Zero. Now they're looking for XYZVS. He is so tanky, regenerating so much health, but that time is about to run out as he flashes over the wall to safety.
Yeah, this one is not as smooth of a fight for Homeworkers right there. I believe that was partially due to, as we see right here, Mundo and Deluxe right now is sitting on about half an item, or at least a pretty big component of an item's worth gold, potentially even a full item. So
Ooh.
there. Ooh.
That binding, it didn't look like it was going to connect. I don't blame Beepos for not insta-cleansing or even just moving out of the way, because that was a max range binding right there. You got caught, tried to clench just a little bit too late, and you fall along with the tower in the mid lane.
That was quite the binding for Lunar Eclipse right there, so well played there. And it looks like both teams are sort of chilling out right now. We already see the reset from after that mid lane siege. The only objective currently up that is the, I guess, not most accessible, but that both teams could go for is the Baron. See that Stupid capitalizing on seeing that all three of them backed and no one is there to defend mid lane tower. He's going to grab that himself.
Now, yeah, Blastcom's going to be taken by Peacemaker there. You know, after that dragon, so 3 dragons over to Team 0 puts them on Soul Point. It's a very dangerous spot for the Homewreckers to be in. However, this game is still very close, within 2k. You know, not a stomp by any means, but just so much objective control and so much great macro play from Team 0 will set them ahead here. You can see Meaty Miss being caught out just a little bit, gonna be forced to flash away. Peacefully taking a lot of damage, but Beepos gets ulted by Vladimir. Gonna take a little bit of damage there, but not enough to take him, you know, back to the fountain.
Yeah, and we see now that Mundo is over on the bot side, but he has no TP available. So if Team 0 wanted to start up the Baron right then before the Ashe started rotating down to the bot side, they could have honestly done it and probably won the team fight, considering that their only tank on the side of Homewreckers is Slickums. And although it is a Holy Bear, it's not necessarily going to be enough when you're considering how much damage output Team 0 has.
XYZB is here getting gunned down, gonna find himself in the dark binding. Hurt Nova putting out the damage, but might get turned on if he's not careful. Soul Shackle coming out the heal, being forced by Hurt Nova, and now just enough damage to survive. He walks away with just a little bit of health, but one more kill in his pocket. XYZ is sent back to the fountain.
It's really insane to me to think he only had the Bramble Vest that was returning the damage onto Hurt Nova, and Hurt Nova was taking he got pretty low, considering that all he was doing is auto-attacking down the window and all he had was a Bramble Vest.
Now Dragon spawning about a minute 30, both these teams posturing in the area, and Janet Crispio comes out onto Slag is Stupid. Oranhorn will not land as Slag is Stupid flashes away. An excellent dodge by him, but won't have it for this pivotal Dragon fight that's about to happen, putting Homewreckers in a very dangerous position, as we said before. They need to move in the air. They need to be able to secure themselves some vision before this big fight, but they just won't be able to after a pretty decent pick, or a pick attempt rather, from Team 0.
Yeah, and PvP and tacos in chat, I do want to say Mundo is a tank, but I was mainly referring to Mundo being on the bot side while everyone else on the Team 0 was near side the Baron on top. So if they were to start a fight, it would be Slickums doing most of the tanking and XYZB is walking over while the fight was going on. So not really actively being used, but right now we see that the Dragon is being spawned up in about 30 seconds here. All members basically around the area.
Yeah, you can see some mid priority being secured by Peacemaker before he moves into the area, but a lot of vision control now over to Homewreckers. They were in the area first, seeding some waves on the mid lane and the bottom lane to be able to secure this vision control. Now just waiting. They're waiting for their opportunity, waiting for the one pick they need to be able to win this potential team fight. they are behind right now. They're 2k gold behind. They need a miracle to be able to win this. The big orange horn is not what they need. They find themselves in the choke point right here. The Moody Bits putting out the damage, going to be able to find a little bit of something, but nobody is on the Azir, just doing so much damage. Hurt Nova now running in, getting 2 kills for himself. Beepots picks up 1, but falls in return a triple kill for Hurt Nova.
Yeah, this is looking pretty troublesome, at least on the side of Homeworkers right now. They have 3 peoples down. They do still have Mundo up, but not necessarily having enough DPS in order to support such, since they only have the luck support with the, I'd imagine, having the shield maxed out just because it is support. So it looks like Team Zero is going to be capitalizing on this very well, having that Cloud Soul and going ahead and trying to push for that mid and bot in their towers.
This Cloud Soul just does them so much justice. You can see how fast they are, and with the reduced ultimate cooldown for these key ultimates, you know, you have the Channel Crystal Arrow, the Oran Horn. That's exactly what they need to be able to engage these fights. And you saw last fight, as soon as the Oran Horn came out, the enemy team just scattered. They didn't know what to do, and as a result, they didn't have the organized team fight that they were trying to set up right there. They're trying to wait in the bush, potentially get a front-to-back team fight, but with that scattering, they weren't able to get onto Hurt Nova, weren't able to really get onto, you know, the targets that they needed to close out the fight and do enough damage to be able to win it.
So it'll be interesting to see how Team Zero aims to try to finish up this game, or how Homewreckers are going to be able to look for a way to back in. They do still have the Azir as the super strong late game carry alongside the B-Pots, being Caitlyn, just being able to win due to purely having extra range. Or at least winning a lot of these fights because she has the extra range and a little bit of that extra bit of power thanks to those traps when it comes to fighting. But right now, Hurt Nova and Peekly are doing the excellent job. They are very strong right now. They are pretty much at their late game point. They're still missing like 2 more items each in order to finish up, but regardless of that, they are, I'd say, considered a late game right now.
Yeah, they definitely are in the late game right now, especially with that Dragon Soul already off the table. Next one going to be Elder in 3 minutes and about 50 seconds. But Team Zero does not have to wait. They have another objective on the board that they're heading to right now, that Baron Nashor that has been on the map since 20 minutes, about 12 minutes in spawn time right now, and just waiting to be taken. Waiting, daring either team to even attempt taking the Baron at this point in time. But it seems as if Team Zero is in a pretty good spot right now. They've moved their 2k gold lead to about 4k gold lead. They're in a pretty solid control of the game. Momentum is in their favor, and now they're just trying to push their lead. But it seems like they're grouping up, maybe looking for a fight. But it does not appear that the Homewreckers are going to give them that opportunity right now.
Which is pretty smart, considering all they need to do is try to scale up and meet the Team Zero at the same point. Right now, Team Zero is ahead, as you said, by 4k gold, and a little bit more because they have the Ornn as well, seeing that he has 1, 2, 3, 4 completed Ornn items: the Forge Cape, Infernal Mask, Obsidian Cleaver, and the Might of the Rune King. That's approximately 4k additional gold worth of stats, although distributed between his teammates. But regardless of that, once we reach that late game point, I imagine that Swag 2 with B-Pots is going to be what they want, so stalling out the game a little bit longer is just what they need.
Yeah, but they may run out of time right here. They're playing pretty aggressively in the jungle of Homewreckers, and now looking to start that Baron. They have cleared out a lot of the vision, now spotting out multiple members of the Homewreckers, and just trying to clear out the vision in the area. You can see they're just trying to poke them out right now. Lunar Eclipse finds right in the Mundo. Mundo now putting out a lot of damage. Here comes the Scream Shuffle and finds the 2 carries. This is exactly what they need. Swag is Stupid finds the play that gets them back into the game. But Pacemaker is in the area, hits the Orange Horn. They're looking for a big knockup. Will just find XYZ. Now The Vladimir pool comes out. Lux ultimate is here as well. Homewrecker trying to get back into this one. Flag is stupid is low, and they might try to turn on this one, but are going to be happy with their just one kill and head back to the base as waves are crashing into their towers.
Yeah, pretty smart there to back off, considering that since they don't have the priority in the bot lane, if they continue that fight, potentially they could be losing out much more, and maybe even the whole tower there. But grabbing that one kill onto the Ashe was pretty important. She had a pretty large shutdown on her. I don't know how much exactly, but she was 6-0 previously, so whoever managed to grab that kill got a pretty chunk of gold right there.
So now Elder Dragon spawning in about 50 seconds. It seems like just a while ago we were talking about the Elder Dragon, coming up after this Dragon Soul has been taken. But despite that pick for Homewreckers, lead still solidly in favor of Team Zero. They didn't lose too much off of that one, but very well played Sharina Shuffle by Swag is Stupid, keeping his team in the game. They definitely need to make a play right there to be able to, even contest some of this this later vision. Lunar Eclipse might have caught somebody out. Channel Crystal Arrow is there as well. Do they have the follow-up damage? Probably not, as nobody was in the area, but moving this fast to flash after Peacemaker's right in the area. Oranhorn just gonna knock him up, get taken down. Meanwhile, this Elder Dragon spawning right about now. Rest of the team now moving in the area. 5-member strong. Team Zero look to start this one up.
Yeah, that pick right there was immensely huge for Team Zero right now. Getting that pick means that they're going to have to try to contest with this Elder Dragon, but it looks like instead Homewreckers are going to look for the Baron, which is quite a little bit of questionable play, considering I would think that the Elder Dragon is just a little bit stronger at being able to stop pushes and enforcing your own.
So it's not just that the Elder Dragon is stronger, but they just had no chance of contesting right now. Now Peacemaker and Peakley, the only solo laners, are now trying to stop them from backing, as the rest of the team is starting to push from the base. They're going to pick up this inhibitor pretty easily, but without a Baron buff, they won't have much siege left. But well played by Homewreckers, trying to, trade something at the very least after losing their support and having almost no chance to contest the Elder Dragon. They were able to pick up a Baron for themselves, which isn't that bad at this game state, all things considered.
That is very true. Picking up the Baron for the members of Homewreckers means that they have the possibility after winning a team fight, or even just trying to split push really well. Seeing that SYZVS does have his TP available, he could be going into one of these side lanes looking to try to push forward for that, and exerting a lot of pressure because he has that Baron buff. And if anything were to happen, he has the TP available, so I'd be even interested to see Saga Stupid, as he's doing right now, pushing that side lane on his own.
Yep, so now Swag is Stupid, gonna exert some pressure onto the bottom lane tower, gonna clear out some of those super minions as well, which is exactly what Homewreckers needs right now to, stay in the game to the biggest extent. They need to clear out these super minions, try not to get caught out in the side lanes. The rest of Team Zero is now grouping up towards the top side of the map, where Swag is Stupid is not, and he's really the only one on his team doing a considerable amount of damage, I feel. XYZVS is kind of wrecking the backline, but doesn't have enough damage to finish anything off. Now Meaty Mid's in a little bit of danger, gonna try to clear out this wave, but turret's still gonna go down. Next minion wave coming in right now, and Homewreckers gonna be forced to defend this one, as XYZVS has TP, will be matched by Peakley potentially, but now it seems as if Team Zero just they're gonna relent a little bit. They're going to be able to stop their siege for just a little bit, because they don't have the Baron that was denied by Homewreckers just now.
Yeah, and if you will take that Baron, you were right. Is actually doing quite considerably a lot, considering that they aren't able to utilize this Elder Dragon as much as they would like to in order to try to go for some of these sieges. See now that the Elder Dragon has expired, but the Baron buff is still active for another 30 seconds.
Yeah, so now the Azir Tower gonna try to slow them down in the mid lane as well. They have the tools they need to be able to engage this fight, but it just doesn't seem like they want to do it. And Channel Cristiano, just a free shot at either target, either Azir or Caitlyn, just aggressively clearing waves right now. Could get punished. Potentially, but it just doesn't look like Team Zero wants to do it. They're moving forward just a little bit. Swag is stupid, outputting a little bit of damage onto Trineki. Meanwhile, they're rotating up towards the bot lane. Slickham's the only one there. Gonna get slowed down a little bit, but he's a little bit too tanky for them to pick off right now. Double root right here, and Channel Chris the arrow is gonna stop Swag is stupid from making the play. Orange comes out, finds a two-man knockup. They're gonna find Swag is stupid as well, and this team fight is going so wrong for the home wreckers. XYZ gets rooted up. He's gonna get slowed down under tower, but not knocked up. Vladimir now in the backline looking for B pots. Gonna find him. The cleanse not being of any use to him. And now a double kill over the peak play, bringing him the 5-1 and 5. 2 members left of home wreckers remaining, but this one is all but over. Looking for the first Nexus tower, but then the second. The Nexus is naked now. They're looking for the win, and they're gonna find it. Pick up their first win in the GRLCS.
Yes. GG's all around. Well played there, Team Zero. Unfortunately, Homewreckers was not be able to pull it out in order to try to look for that super strong late game, or even maybe necessarily the fights they needed in order to get to that point. Tug of Trineki there is one of the highlights I would really pick up on, seeing that previously he did play a lot of these tank junglers. I remember he playing Sejuani was a very good one that he picked up on because she was really strong in the meta. But now seeing him on some of these early game junglers is doing quite well for him, seeing how much he capitalized, not necessarily on ganking, but on the farming and counter jungling side, seeing how much CS he has over Slickums in this case.
Yeah, and well played by the rest of Team Zero, just drafting a very easy composition to execute and just executing it, they were able to use a lot of these pick tools to, start these fights. Seeing Channel Crystal Arrow for one, College of the Forge God was a big one for them, and just having some strong objective control as well. They're going to move up into the upper half of the gold division with our 10 teams. We have 5 of them with 1 win and 5 of them with 1 loss. We move into week 2, and I'm curious to see how Team Zero performs.
Yeah, I am very curious to see, since we have at least 1 returning player there, and on Homewreckers, we wish you luck for the next week, especially because you guys have some returning players, and as well, notably, B-Pot, seeing that you said as before, he is a returning player, so I'm interested to see how well Homeworkers will be able to pull it around. Since this is only the first week, not too much to really worry about. You want to go for that flawless, but you still have plenty of time to try to make it into playoffs. Well, anyways, guys, I've been Retsuko Dragon. Alongside of me has been Dulo, so you might know him in the community as well, and that has been the 2 gold games we covered today. We covered the other 3 games yesterday alongside of Vid. I'm not sure who else he casted with, but it was with Vid tomorrow. I am not entirely sure what is in for a schedule. Was in announcements, I want to say. Yes, so tomorrow we're going to have our diamond games, 3 of them. Not sure who will be casting those just right now, but thank you for tuning in. I've been Retsuko Dragon, he's been Dulos, and we'll see you later.